I'm Emile Rousseau, pastor of the Gillum and Austin United Methodist Churches. I felt the call really when I was 13. I had a great pastor as a kid, a great role model, but I didn't really answer the call to ministry until I was a senior, the summer before my senior year, and really didn't make it known until I was in college. I went to a little college in North Mississippi, and I began pastoring actually after I came out of the Army. I served as youth director, janitor, all that kind of stuff we do. But that's how I really got started. But I started pastoring in '73 while I was a student at John Brown University. We felt like there were some things not going right in our lives, and I had a visit with Bobby Potter. It was an hour-and-a-half visit. Someone said if I passed that muster, I should have been made an elder that day. Then Jimmy Powell came and talked with me, and we talked for a long time. And Jimmy was very gracious. And then he said, it may be 2-3 months before we even get a chance to talk to the bishop. And actually, it wound up being less than 4 days. He called me and said, you need to be in Asbury United Methodist Church in Bossier. The bishop is speaking and wants to see you and meet you. So I met with him, and he said, it could be months before we appoint you. Well, again, it happened in less than a week and a half. I just remember the grace and the graciousness of folk that I served. And not that there weren't any problems in churches, but at the same time, I saw grace on top of grace. There's a great story about several people in the churches I've served, and they blessed me as much as anything in helping me as I became more and more involved in United Methodist Church and this Louisiana Conference. Patty has just been great. Most of you know my first wife died, and I remarried, and Patty started with me in ministry, and it was quite a stretch for her, and it was fun for me, but at the same time, she had a quick learning curve, and she did well, and she stood by me through this entire ministry, and I certainly do appreciate her. Of course, my DS was Marie Williams, and I really enjoyed her, and I want to thank her. And I want to thank all the other DSs I served under. They were wonderful. Bishop Solomon was just magnificent. I appreciate his wisdom. The funniest story about him, after I was appointed, about a month and a half later, on Wednesday afternoon, I get this call, and it said, hi, this is Dan. And I'm going through my head, I don't have any members of my church named Dan. And I said, you've got me at a disadvantage. He said, this is Dan Solomon. Then it dawned on me, it's the bishop. Then our Bishop Hutchinson was equally, got to know him as well, and I appreciate them. I guess one of the all the DSs just stand out in particular ways, and I really appreciate their leadership, their help, and their encouragement. And I just want to say thank you to the Louisiana Conference for all they've done for me and my family. I've got a son-in-law that's a minister. My daughter was a missioner in the state for a while, and they're very involved, and I'm very grateful for all that the United Methodist Church has done for me and my family.